No, I heard they recently decided to add more to it.
And I'm in the front row, and I'm hammered drunk.
You do not have anything to drink. Can I get you a tasty refreshment?
Yes, I'll have a beer.
Wunderbar.
Hey, careful, man. There's a beverage there, huh?
And welcome to another episode of the Buzz Basement Bros podcast. My name is Aaron, and I am joined by... I like a finger up my butt. Andy.
I told you that in confidence.
Ha ha. Ha ha. Fucking ridiculous. Again, I try and do the Mickey Mouse voice for the most absurd and crude shit on the planet.
I want my finger up my butt.
Ha ha. That's how we do a genocide.
Peg me, Minnie.
Yeah. Did you wash your gloves?
So Mickey, it says here that you want to divorce Minnie because she's insane? That's not what I said. I said it's because she's fucking goofy.
Gorsh. Ha ha. Fuck the mouse. Trying to take over the entertainment world. They've ruined. Disney has ruined Star Wars. Like I can't watch anything Star Wars anymore.
No,
we were kind of talking about that off mic. Mandalorian is cool.
Mm-hmm.
The new Star Wars movies, I haven't watched any. Obi-Wan was fucking boring. You got Ewan McGregor to reprise his role as fucking Obi-Wan, and it
didn't do anything.
It was a letdown, dude. It fucking
I never
sucked.
watched it. Not gonna lie,
it's not worth your time. It's fucking boring.
I watched the original. Obviously, the original trilogy, then the prequel trilogy.
Oh, Darth Jar Jar is definitely a thing.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. He's definitely a Sith Lord.
Yeah.
And George Lucas was too much of a pussy back in the late 90s
to actually make
run with it.
Yeah.
It would have been the second biggest twist in cinema history.
Yeah.
Other than I am your father, or whatever the fuck. There's debate over whatever the fuck the line is.
Yeah.
George Lucas was too much of a pussy
to actually follow through with
it.
Right. But then the new trilogy, right? With Rey.
What would that be? 7, 8, 9?
Yeah.
7 was okay.
Right, The Force Awakens.
Yeah, Force Awakens was okay because it was
okay.
It was directed by J.J. fucking Abrams, and he had a whole plan.
Yeah. That was okay.
Yeah.
And then the second
it's like,
one.
okay, it's a New Hope. It's basically a New Hope with better special effects and different characters. J.J. Abrams knows how to make a fucking sci-fi movie.
Yeah, and then the second one.
And they went with different directors because Disney goes, nah, I think we're going a different direction.
Yeah, but the second one, I can't remember.
It wasn't good. Went and saw it in theaters, and I left, and I go, this is fucking horse shit. And I never even watched number 9.
What was the second one called?
I don't fucking remember. Force Awakens, and then Andy Serkis played the voice of Snoke.
Yeah,
God damn it!
And then the last one was Rise of Skywalkers.
Yeah, I never even watched it because I knew it was going to be fucking
Force
trash.
Awakens.
So I have always said I look at Internet Movie Database ratings.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do Rotten Tomatoes. It doesn't make any fucking sense to me. So, for example, it was Force Awakens. Force Awakens, yeah, it came out in 2015. It has a 7.8 out of 10 Internet Movie Database, right? So if I click on Daisy Ridley, let's see, that's 7. 8 was Last Jedi.
Oh, yeah, The Last Jedi, yeah.
That has a 6.9. And then number 9 is Rise of Skywalker, 6.4. And I haven't rated it because I never fucking watched it.
So I watched the second one of the new trilogy, the Last Jedi.
Yeah.
It wasn't. I wouldn't say it sucked, but it left no desire for me to continue on with that trilogy.
Exactly.
And then the new one came out, and I just kind of went,
Pass. Okay.
Yeah.
So then I know you're talking original trilogy here.
yeah.
New Hope, 8.6 out of 10. Let's see. Oh, even Phantom Menace, it has a 6.5.
Well, yeah.
Because George Lucas is too much of a fucking pussy to go with Darth Jar Jar.
Well, but that raises a good question. At which point do you make that revelation that he's Darth Jar Jar? It can't be the first act.
No.
Right?
No.
It would have had to been
At the end of the second act.
End of the second movie.
Middle of the second movie, second act.
Or it would have
Because then the third one is the resolution.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It's the fucking same kind of recipe as the original trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
New Hope, you have a nemesis. He's the bad guy. I'm talking about Darth Vader.
Yeah.
End of the second one. Oh, guess what? He's fucking our hero's dad.
I was going to say, it is the second one of the original that he says he's
End of the
dad.
second one, they have the lightsaber battle. And, guess what? I'm your fucking dad.
Yeah, that's right, because he loses his hand.
And then the third one is resolution, and everybody goes home happy.
Yeah.
So you find out that Darth Jar Jar is Darth Jar Jar in the middle of second one.
Yeah, so that first one still probably would have had that same lower rating.
Right.
Until after
correct. People
second
rewatched,
one.
yeah.
And then once people rewatched it, then people would be like, oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Because there's a whole... I've watched, like, more than a few videos of, like, super nerds. Way nerdier than me or you put together.
Mm-hmm.
Star Wars nerds. I mean, you're way nerdier than I am in general. Yeah, exactly. But, like, big breakdowns of footage from Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
And there's an actual kung fu style that is based on clumsiness.
Yeah.
And it's successful. I have no idea what it's called.
Yeah. I've seen
You've seen the same
threads.
shit that I've seen.
I haven't seen the videos, but I've seen threads of the same thing. Like Jar Jar was teaching Anakin to disrespect Jedi.
Right.
Right.
And Palpatine and Jar Jar are both from Naboo.
Mm-hmm.
Same fucking planet.
Wow.
What do you know?
And the Sith, there's always two Siths.
Always two.
Right? So wherever one is, the chances are the second one's pretty close.
And Darth Maul was just a warrior.
Yeah.
He was just a guy that was, I mean, he had Force abilities, but he was just a warrior. He was a fucking grunt.
Yeah.
He's a fucking marine of Jedi, evil Jedi.
Mm-hmm. But no.
Any hoodles.
He had to fucking...
Darth Jar Jar. It's a real fucking thing. But George Lucas is too much of a fucking pussy to go through with it.
He shat the bed.
He did. Could have been the second. Actually, I'd probably put it at the first greatest twist, but it's second greatest twist in cinema history, and he owned the first.
Yeah.
Pussy.
Unbelievable.
Any hoodles.
Yeah.
What are you drinking on, good buddy?
I am drinking on just some over the ice.
On the rocks.
On the rocks. Whatever you want to fucking call it. Dubliner. The Irish liqueur with Irish whiskey, honeycomb liqueur, and caramel clear.
Oh, it's technically a liqueur.
Yeah, I guess. But it's found in the Irish whiskey section.
What's the percentage on that? Is it 40?
30.
Oh, it's 30. Okay, so it is kind of watered down.
Yeah. But it has a sweeter taste to it, so I'm okay with it being a liqueur.
Liqueur, technically a liqueur. Oh, we did buy we in the freezer in Club Rick, we have the booze, the liqueur for mugshots.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Re-upped when we went to Wisconsin.
God, that's so good.
I fucking love Woodman's, dude.
I love alcohol.
Does that make us alcoholics?
Yeah.
Just really big fans.
Yeah.
I was talking with a guy last night at one of the bars I went to, and he was saying how if he drinks tequila all day, he can get up and go. And I'm like, I can't do that with tequila.
No.
Vodka, I can get up and do shit the next morning. Beer, I'm a little sloshy. Because beer fills you up.
I can't do that with any of them.
Vodka, I can get up and go in the morning.
If I get drunk on just anything, I'm shit the next day.
Well, good thing you don't have plans tomorrow.
I know, right? It's great. It is great.
Because there's not a Woodman's around us here in
there
rural
isn't.
Illinois.
So when did you get to go to Woodman's?
Oh my God! Here, I will regale you with my last week or so of living.
Please do.
I shall.
Start with day one.
Well, with my schedule, if I take 4 days off, I get 12 days off. So I worked at the hotel. I worked overtime one night, and then I worked at a hotel the next day. And then I have a day off? Yeah, I had a day off. We recorded. Mm-hmm. Had a day off, and then me and the lady.
You went out of town the next day.
Yep, we went to Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Her college roommate. They got married during COVID, but they never got to have a ceremony. So to celebrate their 5-year anniversary, they finally had the party. Went through the vows and the whole nine and everything, and had people stand up there. You know, it was just delayed.
Yeah.
Chunky baby. They have a kid now. Chunky baby.
Chunky.
A chunky baby.
Rolls on rolls.
Oh my God. Anna's. Yeah, I don't have a picture on my phone. Anna's got pictures on her phone. But so we went and stayed. So it turns out there was a fucking indie race. There was some sort of race going on that weekend.
Okay.
So there was no hotels at a discount within 150 fucking miles.
Oh.
Yeah. So we had to stay at a Days Inn.
Ooh.
I know. Anna found the Days Inn.
How does it feel to be one of us plebeians?
Dude. Well, I'll get to... Anna goes, you're just going to have to suck it. And she gave me like a pep talk after she booked the hotel. She's like, you're just going to have to suck it up for this weekend because it's the most convenient hotel and it's the most reasonably priced and this is where we're staying. I'm like, I've grown accustomed to a certain kind of cheap luxury, okay? Working part-time at a Hilton and staying at nice-ass fucking hotels for no money, I've grown accustomed to a certain type of luxury. It wasn't bad. It was okay. Room was a little small.
Had a cuck chair.
It did, but it was a fucking office chair. Kind of disappointed.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's okay.
So we went to the wedding ceremony. I fucking did my hair and got dressed up and shit. Mm-hmm. And it was a good time, actually. And it was very interesting. It's the most Wisconsin wedding I've ever been to. Because, so the groom side of the family, they seemed, everybody that said, they had Spotted Cow on tap, so of course I'm going to drink fucking Spotted Cow on tap.
Of course.
When in Rome.
Yeah.
So the groom side that was there, the people that I talked to, smart. Like, a couple of the groomsmen, I overheard them talking about, like, doing chemistry. Like, that's their fucking job. Like,
what?
Mixing shit in labs. Like, yeah.
Oh, did you try to put an extra gram of phosphate in?
Like, smart shit. Like, way above my head.
Jesus.
I'm a factory worker, goddammit.
Yeah.
And then the bride side of the family, they're not dumb, but they're northern Wisconsin farmers.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of short sleeve plaids. And I overheard one guy saying, "Oh, I had to find my dress shoes and my slacks. I haven't worn them since my mom's funeral." And that was 5-6 years ago. He had to think about it.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. I get along with those people way more than I get along with the chemistry nerds. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was a good time though. Fucking, we got sat at a table with people from northern Wisconsin. And, they're just salted people. Hey, need a beer, need a beer, need a beer.
Hey, I'm getting up. Who needs
exactly.
one?
Club Rick rules. Hey, I'm up. I'm going to go fetch a beer for myself. Do you want something?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. I think they appreciated that.
Oh.
But the wedding was a good time. Anna, she got all dolled up and everything.
Of course.
And wore the fancy dress. And a good time was had by all.
Good.
I really did, actually. I had a good time. Then we did the thing, all right, whoever gets up first, wake the other one up, and we're just going to fuck off and hit Woodman's on the way home
Mm-hmm.
because we don't have Woodman's is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It is like the Costco of fucking grocery stores. I've been to one Costco. But is that an apt description?
I can't.
Mr. Costco?
Sam's Club. Thank you very much.
I've heard it both ways.
But it's hard to say because, like, I've been to a Costco. I've been to a Sam's Club.
There's rules for both because you can't fucking swipe a credit card.
Correct.
At Woodman's.
Correct. Which is still bullshit. Anyways.
It's fucking weird.
That's
a pissing match with the credit card companies. Yeah.
I haven't been in Woodman's proper.
Really? It's fucking awesome, dude.
We
spent $60 on cheese.
I've never perused the aisles of Woodman's.
Dude, it's fucking massive.
I've walked around the aisles to get to the liquor section.
Oh, no. No, the Woodman's, you have to pay for each thing separately. So if you go buy groceries and shit,
yes,
you got to pay for that in the grocery section.
Yep.
And then the liquor section
is separate.
Correct. It's
Yes.
its whole, it's like it's a club.
And we never park by the right door. So
you'll always pick the wrong door.
So we always have to walk through, go, shit, this is the wrong door.
This is definitely an American privilege because I literally just watched a video of a dude from Cuba tonight. A dude from Cuba went to Costco or Sam's Club or one of the fucking big box grocery stores, and he was holding up like a half a cow. And he goes, "This is ridiculous." And you hear stories of old Soviets that come over to the States, defect to the States in the 60s, and they go, "This isn't real." They go to a grocery store. "This isn't real." "We'll take you to another grocery store." "This is definitely real." It's an American indulgence.
Yeah.
Have so many choices of where and what food we buy.
Yep.
Big fan.
Oh yeah.
Big fan. Huge fan. We spent $60 on cheese. We spent more time in the cheese aisle than we did in the fucking booze section. Anna got her rum. I got a case of cow, which I haven't even put in the fridge yet. I know.
Oh, you want to sidetrack? Sorry. So, I brought a 6-pack, one of the 6-packs of extra spotted cow.
Yeah.
From my journey up north.
Up north?
I brought it to work my first day back. And
Were you trading it for a hand job or something?
No, I just one of my coworker.
Oh, you're drinking on the job?
No.
I see how it is.
Shut the fuck up! Don't even start that. My coworker, my partner, had gone camping a while back, and stopped at Buc-ee's.
I've never been that far south.
And he's like, "Hey, to his chagrin." He's like, "I'll bring Andrew something back." He brought me a bag of like the caramelized puff popcorn, it's
kind of lame,
like candied popcorn.
Let me get a T-shirt, bro.
Right? I don't care. I ate it. It was good. I also left it at the fire station, so it got ate by everybody.
Somebody else.
But I'm like, "Hey, thanks. It was a nice thought. I'll bring you back something from Wisconsin." So I bring him an extra 6-pack of spotted cow, right? And it works out. I pull in the parking lot, and like 2 seconds later, he pulls into the parking lot. So before anybody's up, before we had a chance to have coffee or anything, 5:30 in the morning, right? "Hey, got something for you. Don't close your trunk yet." Walk over, hand it to him. "Oh, thanks." Like 3 days later, right? I go to work for a 48. I work my 48. He goes home after the first 24 hours. We come back to work our next shift, and it's balls hot. One of the first.
Did he leave
balls
that
hot.
shit in his trunk?
He had forgotten to take it out of his trunk.
Why? Fucking cardinal sin, bro.
Yeah, I'm like,
you
bro.
committed a crime transporting that shit across state lines.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, that shit's gonna be so goddamn skunky.
Yeah. And cow does go skunky.
Yeah.
I've kept cow too long. It does go skunky.
Yeah.
Well,
Can you believe the travesty?
It's fucking through the heart.
Yeah.
So
Any hoodles, you get your your cow and your $60 worth of fucking cheese
Cheese.
curds.
Oh, dude, I had some pizza cheese curds today. Oh, fuck, dude. I got a half chub thinking about the pizza cheese curds. Anyway, so we left Friday. The wedding thing was Saturday, and then we came back Sunday. I climbed on the mower to cut the grass, or your dad would bitch, at noon on Sunday, and hurried up and cut the grass, watched a little bit of the Cubs game, got sleepy because it was fucking hot out, and then went fucked off in the house. And then I got up at 4 o'clock the next morning on Monday to go back home to see my parents and grandparents, because I've gotten to that age where my dad's going to be fucking 70 this year, later this year. They're not getting any younger.
No.
And my grandparents are both in their fucking 90s. So I have the time off. I might as well, make the trek and go see them. And it was really nice to see the family and hang out with my parents' dog. I'm a big fan of my parents' new dog.
She's just a sweetie.
I fucking love that goddamn dog.
Can I pet that dog?
Yeah, pet that dog.
Can I pet that dog?
She was at one of those kill shelters in Louisiana, and they shipped her up to fucking back home. And my mom fucked up one day and went to the shelter, and
In the arms of
the whole Sarah McLachlan thing, and she saw this sad looking puppy. She's still a puppy.
Yeah.
It's a sad
Don't worry,
looking
baby
puppy.
girl. I'll save you.
Yeah, exactly. And she's the sweetest fucking, oh my God. She does this thing where if you're petting her, you're sitting there just, petting her because she's a good dog. She'll sit on your foot so you don't leave, and you have to keep petting her. I'm like, oh my God, this is so fucking sweet. God damn it. Anyway.
Usually, it's the other way around. It's usually the humans trying to force Snuggles out of the pets.
No, not this one.
Not this one.
She appreciates everything that we do. Yeah. So Monday, fucked off, and I left town early because Anna was up and I was up and just left. And Monday we hung out. My dad smoked a tri-tip
Ooh.
on a charcoal grill. It was fucking delicious, but I was so farty afterwards.
Fred cooked one of those ages ago.
Yeah,
Fucking good.
Fucking good. There's literally a butcher shop down the hill from my parents' place. Delicious.
Yeah.
Well, we hung out on Monday, my first day there, and then Tuesday I kind of hung around, and then I can only do one night at my parents because there's just so much. My dad makes a lot of noise. He's kind of going deaf, and he enjoys woodworking projects, so he makes a lot of noise, and every time he comes in and out of the house, it's until fucking 10 o'clock at night. And now, Grant, I mean, we're recording. It's after midnight. We're recording. Like, I have no problem staying up.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Your clock on the screen's wrong.
Yeah, it hasn't refreshed. But, I mean, I have no problem staying up late, but he keeps kooky hours. He's worked second shift, and he's worked third shift, and he's a third shift kind of human being. He did that for so long. He's a third shift guy. And then every time I tried to take a nap one day at my parents' place in the basement, and every time he'd walk in and out from the first day, checking the tri-tip, checking the temperature, Junie, and then he would fucking stomp around on the floor, and I'm like, I just can't fucking sleep. So I got a hotel the second night. It's usually how it goes. I stay one night at my parents', and then I go stay at a fucking hotel for the second night. So usually I stay I have a very specific hotel I like to stay at. It's a Hilton. Obviously it's a Hilton, but it's a Hilton property that they took an old office building, that's 100 years old, and they turned it into a fucking hotel. Those are my favorite.
Oh.
But they were expensive. Yes. So I stayed at a different one. It's a DoubleTree. Shit had a waterfall in the lobby.
Ooh.
I had a beautiful view from my room, and it was walkable to all the bars and everything. So I stayed at a DoubleTree this time instead of the office building hotel. But I went to the second night we went out for tacos, and I got to witness an accident. Oh no, it was okay. So we're sitting there eating tacos at our favorite taco place, and it's sitting right at a red light. It's a busy-ish intersection, and when I grew up on a busy street, you'd want to hear the tires screech. I'm like, yeah. Oh shit, is there going to be somebody could hit somebody? Well, this time I heard the tire screech and my ears perked up. I haven't heard that sound in a long time. So the tires screech and ears perk up, and I look out the window because there's the street on the to my left out the window, and a Toyota Corolla smashes into the back of a Silverado. Fuck yeah, I'm already pumped. Like I witnessed a fucking accident. I'm not involved in.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the important part.
So this dude climbs out of the Silverado, and the guy climbs out of the Toyota Corolla, and the dude in the Silverado is wearing aviators, like the ones I bought you.
Oh shit!
And he did the whole. He lifts up the sunglasses like to inspect the damage. So like you see him kind of conversing, and it seems peaceful. Mm-hmm. And you drive across the street. There's a parking lot. We'll exchange information. We'll get out of the intersection. Obviously, you just fucked up my bumper. You fucked up your bumper.
Yeah.
It's a rear end. We'll just go and exchange information over there. So I go back to deep throating my fucking taco. And you see out of the corner of the eye, you see him pull over. And then I don't know who sped off first. But all of a sudden, oh shit, there's a chase. And everybody in the restaurant's watching. Like all the booths along the window go, did you see that? Fuck yeah, I saw it. This is awesome. And oh my God, what happened? I'm like, I don't know who pulled off first, but that's fucking awesome. Better catch it on the 10 o'clock news. So then we go back to, I finish one taco, and I'm halfway through the other taco, and somebody goes, look! And they come back through the intersection. They're chasing each other.
Jesus.
Awesome. I'm a huge fan.
Jesus.
So then I took my parents back to their place. And I'm like, all right, well, I straight up told my mom, like, I need some quiet time. I'm going to go get a couple of beers and watch the Cubs game. And I'm going to go back to the hotel where it's fucking quiet. And she's like, I understand. So I go check into the hotel. And then there's a bar that has literally, I'm not shitting you, literally 100 beers on tap.
Oh, yeah. I remember you telling me about that. Yep.
100 beers on tap.
Didn't we stop there?
No. I've never taken you there. No,
okay.
No. Next time.
We're
going to do exactly what I did literally last night.
I could watch a chase?
Well, if we're lucky. If we're lucky. You don't see a fucking hit and run and then a chase scene every day.
No, you don't.
But dinner and a show. I mean, it was great, dude.
And the show was free.
It was. So I go to the bar that has 100 beers on tap, and I'm sitting there, and I'm watching the Cubs game, and I try a beer from Alaska that I've never had, and I enjoyed it. And the beers are cheap in my hometown. There's not a high cost of living. I'm not paying $7 for a fucking beer. That's ridiculous.
No, that's fucking bullshit.
$2.50 for that's like $3. I think was the most expensive beer on tap. I mean, fuck, it's cheap. So I'm sitting there. And I'm watching I'm paying attention to the Cubs game, and all of a sudden the bar gets a little busier. And I'm looking over my shoulder, and seeing if there's anybody I recognize or anything, or I like to know what's going on behind me at all times. Anyway, I start to see a lot of mustaches.
Really?
And
tell me more.
And I'm thinking, I did think of you. I texted you.
Yes, you did.
I fucking texted you sitting at the bar. And I look around, and I'm like, people that are maybe in their early 40s with mustaches. Like, this is an odd number of mustaches on a Tuesday night. Downtown at a fucking tap room, with 100 beers on tap.
Yeah.
So then I start noticing their fucking T-shirts. Oh, this makes sense. They're firefighters. Oh. For a second, I thought I got I time traveled without my knowledge to the set of a gay porno from 1985. All the mustaches. Everybody looked like Freddie Mercury and then some. So
mustaches, man.
Oh, they're just firefighters. I get along with those fuckers.
Okay.
They were having a fucking convention.
Yeah.
I ended up, so I bar hopped. I went to the 100 beer on tap, and then I went to another bar, and they didn't have the Cubs game on. So I downed my beer.
And they
real
didn't have
quick.
firefighters.
There was a couple. Because they were all strewn. It's not the only 3 bars. And then I went to a brewery. Yeah. There's so many bars. But then I went to a brewery, and I finally sat down and bullshit with one for like an hour. And he goes, "Oh yeah, we all come here, and we're gonna decide on what we do, and it's a good way to network." And it's like corporate shit, and the company pays for it. Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Yep.
Having a grand old time.
Networking.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotta love networking.
Fuck yeah. Paid for by the company.
Yeah. I had one before I went on vacation. I don't know if I told you this one. We had a drill up at work, multi-agency, right? So all of our division, our mutual aid division, sent people, most of them. We had representatives from everywhere. But it was also conjoined with our police department and all their mutual aid.
Cops and firefighters in the same... cats and dogs living together.
In harmony. So it was an active shooter drill, right?
Which, for the record, in and of itself is fucking depressing.
It is. It
Just
is. It sucks that we have to train for this, but we do.
And public school children.
Yeah.
Fucking depressing. Anyway.
So... we have this big, excuse me.
Jesus.
Yeah. We have this big drill, right? Probably 40 people on both fire and police side.
Could drill through concrete.
Pretty close. Yeah.
That's a dad joke. Any hoodles.
And I was one of the safeties, right? I was leading the drill. So I was getting people in place as victims and all that stuff because we actually had live victims, live actors.
Like volunteers?
Like volunteers. Hey, come lay down and pretend you got shot.
Part of the local improv group?
Yeah, pretty much.
They bring their own fucking blood packets and shit?
No. We didn't want the fake blood because it was in an actual school.
And
it was like
I guess it's summertime, so it's a good time to do it.
It's summertime. It's great. We had a school that would let us do it. We don't want to have to mop up fake blood and all that shit.
Yeah.
It's going to be traumatic enough because they actually fired off blanks, and they pulled the fire alarm, so there was noise all throughout this whole drill.
Well, I mean, that's the best way to do it, though. I mean,
yeah. But anyways, we're like setting up. It's almost like the orientations for everybody have been done. We've got the victims in place, and we're checking in with other instructors during the downtime while all the fire companies and police companies are doing their safety checks and getting their stuff ready. And I go down to one of my counterparts who's talking to this gentleman who's an older gentleman, not like old, but an older gentleman. Right, probably 50s, late 50s, and
back in my day, all we had was duck and cover.
Yeah, and he's a police officer, right? And I go in and I start talking to my counterpart real quick, ask her a couple questions. I'm like, awesome, cool. Well, if you guys don't need me, I guess I'll go back upstairs because I was in charge of the second floor. And right before I left, he goes, "Hey, I just saw your name." I'm like, uh-oh.
Oh God.
Because I'm in uniform, right? I have my name, my last name, firefighter, paramedic, blank.
I'm proud of you.
I know. I stopped myself. And he's like, "I just saw your last name." I go, "Oh?" And he goes, "I know your dad." I'm like,
of course.
Well, yeah, he's been here for, he was here for 23 years. Of course.
Everybody knows
Fred. And he goes, No, you don't understand. I knew him before he came to this department. And I went, "Oh, you knew him for the other department up here that he used to work for, for the 3 years he was there." And he goes, "Yeah." And I'm like,
"I'm sorry."
I'm not going to lie. That was so long ago that I barely remember any of his old coworkers from that department coming down.
Because you were fucking...
Because I was
tiny.
Itty bitty.
Yeah.
And I just went, oh shit. You know Fred from long, long ago. Okay. How is he? He had a couple strokes. And what? He's fine. He's fine.
He's still ornery as ever.
He's still a pain in my ass, but
Yeah.
he's good. So we took a selfie. My counterpart
during an active shooter drill.
before we actually started
Whatever.
drilling. we took a
Hold
group
on,
shot.
let me take a selfie. Pop, pop, pop,
we,
pop.
Yeah, we took a group shot, and I'm like, "Hey, stop! Send that to me, so I can send it to Fred." And she goes, "Okay." I sent it to him, like, "Hey, met someone who knows you," and he goes, "That asshole! Tell him I say hi."
That's fucking that's Fred.
Yep.
Fuck that guy. Ask him how his wife's doing.
Yeah. How's the kids?
Yeah. What the fuck?
We should go get beer sometime.
Yeah, so I think we need to plan a trip. I'm putting it into the ether. Need to plan a trip to the hotel that has a fucking waterfall in the lobby, and to we could hoof it.
And the bar with 100 beers on tap.
Yeah, the hoof it to the 2 blocks to just do a loop. 100 beers on tap. Hit another beer on the way. Hit another bar on the way, and hit the brewery, and it's right there next to the hotel. It's fucking perfect.
Okay.
And you can have your own hotel room, and you can do whatever you want.
Sleep.
Yes, in your own hotel room.
Probably sleep. If I'm getting drunk,
King size bed by yourself.
sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Though I would sleep through anything, so I'd be okay, staying at your parents'. Just saying.
No, hotel is better.
It's closer.
For the record.
It's closer to the bars.
Yes.
So the safety factor is there.
Because if we stayed at my parents' and wanted to go, the closest bar is down. You'd have to walk uphill to get back to my parents. That's exhausting.
No, fuck that.
Yeah, fuck that shit. Any hoodles.
Any hoodles.
This has been another episode of the Buzz Basement Bros podcast. Find us on Instagram. Email us at buzzbasementbrospodcast@gmail.com. My name is Aaron.
And I'm Andrew.
We out. See how it is.
Shut the fuck up. Don't even start that.